So welcome back, folks. We're on another one, on another mission down to the Triumph dealership in Blackburn to get the warranty job done, which is the cluster on the handlebar. If you watched the last video, you'll notice that I get a check light come up and then the cruise control stops working, so they suspect a clutch switch. I think it's not. I think it's possibly something else in the cluster, but you can only purchase just the cluster with all the bits. You can't just purchase different switches. So we're on our way down to Ewell's again, being a Saturday morning, to get that replaced under warranty. Now, on the last video I pointed out that I wasn't too chuffed with paying £250 for the first service, and they wanted the bike for 2 hours. Now, I actually wanted to show you the itemised bill because this is quite an eye-opener really. And only yesterday I actually took my car in to the garage to have 4 new discs and all new brake pads put on it, and the garage charged me £50 an hour labour. Wasn't the main dealer. It's kind of what I expect. As in the video last week when I took it in for the first service, they charged me, I think it was on the itemised bill, I'll pop it on the screen just now, nothing to hide, and £90 before VAT for labour, and they've charged me for 1.5 hours labour. Now this is all plus VAT, by the way. VAT in UK is 20% if you're watching from abroad. Now the other thing they charged me for was obviously the oil and filter, which I don't mind paying for. I think the oil filter was £10 something, and then the oil was 30 odd pounds. But what I was surprised, they charged me for lubricants, which I presume is a squirt of chain lube, and maybe a squirt on the clutch cable. Now, the one thing that I was surprised, it looks like they plug it into the diagnostic machine to see if there's any faults, where at the time there was. Obviously the left-hand switch gear was faulty, that's been replaced today under warranty. But they charged me around £36, I think it was, for the fault code reader, just to plug it in and press a button to search for any fault codes, which I think is a bit high. But yet again, some of these fault code readers machines are quite expensive. They have to get the money back, I do know that. So I just wanted to clear up, while I wasn't having a moan too much paying £250, you know, that's the price they quoted me. I expected to pay something for the first service. But what was a bit naughty was the Triumph dealer didn't say, oh, if you don't get it serviced at this dealership, which was Maidstone, Kent, which is 500 miles away from me, then you have to pay full price for the service. So that was a bit of a shock to me. Anyway, enough of that. The first service is over. It's paid for, done. I'll be servicing this bike myself from now on, and just using genuine Triumph oil filters and parts. Obviously oil, Triumph don't make oil, so I'll use Castrol Power 1 that I always put in these things. Now, thanks again for many of your questions and comments. I do try to read them all and answer each one. And there was a couple of comments when I was looking around the dealership that I didn't actually show them a speed twin. So when I get to Ewell's today, I'll be having a walk around the showroom to see what they've taken in this week or anything new. I'm hoping that they've got some of the chrome range in stock of the Triumphs that they've just done, so I can show you those. But we'll show you the speed twin as I missed it. We'll get a couple of coffees. Not sure how long it will take them to replace the cluster. I know it's a plug and play thing, so a couple of screws to take it off, unplug it, plug the new one back in, so I don't expect to be there too long. But we're just about to head on to the motorway now, so I'll cut off here and I'll bring you back in a second once we're in Blackburn. Okay, we've just arrived in Blackburn. Weather's not too bad today. I did try the cruise control on the way down, and as you can see just here I've got a warning light and it's no longer working, so let's hope that they fix it. Now, coming up on the channel next weekend, we've been out testing the Royal Enfield Classic 350, and I can tell you it's a cracking little bike. Really, really great engine. Single cylinder, and I thought it would be very lumpy, but it's really, really smooth. Now, I think that bike would make a really nice entry-level motorcycle for somebody who likes the classic look. And if you don't like the classic look, then maybe the Meteor would suit. But yeah, Royal Enfield are really, really priced well. And I was wondering why they're so cheap compared to other manufacturers out there on the market. And it was only while sort of thinking about it for a while, and also when I caught Freddie Dobbs's latest podcast. If you haven't caught Freddie Dobbs on YouTube, type him in, or go on to the Freedom Machine podcast that he has every week. It's really, really good. And he was delving into this a little bit, and basically it was because of the Indian market has a scale for Royal Enfields, just like the car market, so mass-produced, not like most bike manufacturers where they're just aiming at a small percentage of riders. So yeah, that's why most bikes are up near car prices these days, but Royal Enfields have really got the sweet spot on the price. And looking at the classic 350 and the bikes that they're bringing out, the quality of the craftsmanship on these bikes has got a lot better than the old days, and they really, really are a contender this year. I think they'll sell a lot of bikes in the UK. So I'm looking forward to showing you the classic 350 on next weekend's video, and also coming up on next weekend's videos, we'll be talking about the Lone Rider Overlander 30 litre bag. I'll pop a picture on screen just here. I reached out to them and they kindly sent me one. I was looking for a rear tail bag that would be great for longer trips and things in the summer. Now, as ever, I'll give a unbiased review really on that and tell you what I think. They also sent me a water bladder that fits into the top of it as well, which is quite handy for longer trips because I've never anywhere to put my water bottle. So that'll be quite nice to get out and use. So that'll be coming up next weekend, and then we're nearly at Yule's now, so we'll go and see how long it takes them to put this switch cluster on. So let's have a look what bikes they've got in today. All the demonstrators out the front just there. Let's have a look what demonstrators they've got. I think they open at 9 o'clock. So all the Tigers. Tiger 900 nice. Khaki green next to the Rally Explorer. 900 or 1200, which one would you go for? Having ridden both, I think I would plumb towards the 900. A little bit smaller, a little bit easier to push around the driveway. The 1200's a big lump. I did find the bike a little bit top heavy while I was on my Switzerland tour, and you can probably see that in the back catalogue if you go to some of the videos last year. That was a great tour, 2,300 miles. Tiger 660 Sport there, beautiful machine, ridden it also, it's in the back catalogue. If you're interested in one of them, go and check it out. Really like that bike. That's the same engine that's in the Trident. Funny, I remember riding the Trident, and I said at the time it would be nice if they could use this engine in an adventure bike, like a smaller, better priced adventure bike, and hey ho, a year later they bought it out. And I think that's a demonstrator on the Street Triple RS there as well. Yeah, it is. So they have a demonstrator of the new Street Triple RS. If any of you are in the area, one available. Scrambler gold line there in that pastel blue, absolutely beautiful. The red and black is nice as well. Great bikes, really great bikes. That parallel twin that's in the Bonneville, the 900 and the 1200 engine. Best parallel twin out there, believe me. Right, need a coffee. Okay, so we're inside, and they've got a white Street Triple in 765 this week. Very nice, but I still prefer the yellow one. Nice Speed Twin 900 there. That's the chrome edition. You can see the chrome accents on the tank. Very nice. A couple of old Bonnevilles just here. Well, one old Bonneville, and then you've got a classic 350. Same as the one that I'm reviewing next weekend. $3,999, brand new. Look at that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Next to an old Norton. Is it for sale? Yep. A Norton ES2, 23,000 miles I think it has. £5,400. Again, another bargain. Bonneville 750. Got some nice old bikes. Nice old bikes in here. Even got Harley there, 750. Street rod, 5,999. If you're into your Harleys. Plenty more here. And then you've got a Bonneville T120 black with the panniers from Triumph on there. Didn't go for these panniers. Didn't like the look of them. A little bit big for what I wanted. And also I wasn't sure how tough the material is on them, whether it would last. I don't like the tank mag. I think it's way too big. There's that black and white Speedmaster. Love that. Triumph Trident, Baja orange. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. 675 Street Triple. Lots of 675s. And then 1200s RSs. Got some other crazy bikes here, Piaggio. So they do Aprilia as well. Got all the scramblers, 1200 XC. 900 scramblers. Just here, there's that pastel blue one I mentioned. Absolutely lovely colour. £10,100. I think that's a good price. Speed Twin 1200s. You've got a red one, Baja orange one. 11,795. Got the RR there. Speed Triple RR. I don't think these are selling quite as good as Triumph expected. A little bit uncomfy compared to the one next to it. You've got the Triumph Bobber. Love that bike actually when I rode it. Thought it was really good. That's the chrome edition. So there's the black and chrome. That looks really nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. I've not seen the black and chrome one before. Very nice. Speedmaster in red. The only Triumph I didn't get on with because of the swept back bars and a little bit softer suspension. Kept grinding the pegs on every corner. But yeah, if I was to go and have one, and I think this would be Freddie's favourite as well, would be the white and black. Really, really nice with the white piped seat. Just there. Very comfy bike. Latest T120 black. Two-tone tank. Now this is gloss black, and then you got a matte black on the tank with the black seat with the white piping. Quite like that. Over here you've got a new Aprilia RSV4 factory. Ridden one of these as well. Absolute beast. A little bit too much power for the road though. And then you've got the GS. Is it the Urban they call it? No, R9T. Of course it's the R9T. Lovely bike. And then I've just spotted this beautiful colour, like an orange bronzy colour. This is the V7 Stone from Motouk. Rode one of these out in Tenerife, the black one of Adams in Easy Rider Tenerife. But yeah, that's my favourite. Just there. Old Triumph trophy. Nice touring bike, 5,999. For about £6 these days you can get most bikes. Lots of helmets in stock. Must admit, it's a great dealer. Okay, I'm on about the prices and things for servicing, but they've got a real good stock of bikes. Triumph rockets, look at these. That beast there is 8.7 for that. Okay, so bike warranty work is complete. New switch cluster, and hopefully that cures all of my problems and issues with the cruise control, but we'll see. The job took about an hour and a half to get done, and I think they had to actually remove the tank to get to the actual switch block where all of this plugs in. So we'll see how it is now. Hopefully when we get onto the motorway we can test the cruise control and see if that's all fixed. But yeah, it was nice to see the chrome Bonnevilles and the other range that was in there. They haven't got the full range in yet, but they didn't have any chrome bikes in last week. So the chrome editions must start to be coming into dealers now, which is lovely. I'd love to get some of those from Triumph. So Triumph, if you're listening, I'll be in touch. Hopefully we can get some press bikes over, because I do love the paintwork on those bikes. That brings me on to electronics and motorcycles. I think the more electronics you throw on a bike, the more there is to go wrong. While the Bonneville's very, very simple and simplistic, not too many electronics on this bike. I know a lot of people that have had big issues, not with Triumph, but a lot of KTMs have got electric gremlins I see around at the moment. There's a guy that follows the channel that has a 1290 Super Duke R, I think it is. I think he paid about 16 grand for it, took it out on finance, and then the dealer he bought it off shut down. And he's had that bike in and out of dealerships for weeks and weeks and weeks with all kinds of electronic gremlins and split fuel pipes and you name it, he's had it. And he's just about had enough of that KTM 1290, and he's having real issues now because he has to deal through the finance company, and they won't take the bike back and give him his money back. So whatever he does, he's going to lose money. Steaming up a bit. So yeah, if you're buying a new bike and you're taking finance out, which a lot of bikes are done on PCP and finance, it's always worth checking what if something goes wrong, and make sure the dealer network and the finance company are behind you. Well, all's well actually. Yeah, I've been on this road now for about 6 miles maybe, just heading down to the M6 just down the road here. And what I'm going to do, just a final test, is just ramp it up to the motorway speed, and let's do a good 20-mile stint. I'll not video that bit with the cruise control on, and then I'll give you a summary of whether it's fixed or not when I get back down to Lancaster. Okay, I'm happy to report that all is well and the cruise control is fixed. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. So we've just come off the motorway, just heading through Goldgate, little sleepy village on our way back. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, folks, and lots coming up on the channel. Don't forget to catch the 2 videos next weekend, one on the Lone Rider Overlander 30-litre roll-top bag for the back seat, and also we've got the Royal Enfield Classic 350 coming up, so looking forward to getting some more rides in that before it goes back to Royal Enfield. Have a great week at work, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch you on another video soon. Ciao for now.